Hey! Oh my god, the man himself! What's up, Ilya? I was just checking out your video. Awesome job, and man, am I stoked to hear what you're doing. You kind of alluded to some stuff at the end of your video. Has me really wondering where you're going with this next. So, yeah, if anybody, everybody in chat, go check out Adventures of Ilya. I believe you're still on vacation, but you are putting out some awesome videos. And hello, welcome. How's it going, everybody? I am just going through, doing some pull requests, going through some new pager payloads, things of that nature. Oh, you made a BLE scanner? That's really cool. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get the old linky link so that I can pop this in Discord. I was doing this on Twitch the other day. It was a lot of fun. And figure, why not take it to the old YouTube, right? Derp, derp, derp. Yeah, so welcome everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with whatever fun things we can find in ye old GitHub. Ooh, shiny tech things. I've been working on a payload to find things via beacons. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. Hope everybody's been having happy holidays. Getting cozy, you know? It's like the time to just get your hacks going. It's like the perfect, nobody's, you know, disrupting. All right, let's see if I can just, which one are we working with? Okay, we're working with black one. Not as festive at the moment. Let's see if we can fix this. There we go. This is definitely a do as I say, not as I show moment. Not supposed to block the vents too much, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I'll put the hat over to the left. There we go. Looks more gangsta this way anyway. Now I feel like we're ready to get our hacks on. Yeah. Oh my god, that looks sick. Oh my god. I have to show this. Wow, how can I show this without... Maybe I'll just pop it over here. Okay. Wow. I hope he's not mad if I show it. Whatever. Because it should be behind me now. Yeah, I'll just switch over to that. How sick is that? Glitch just texted me. He's got a mount now for his pager for the dash of his car to do some war driving. Got the GPS mod there, and that looks sick. Dude, I'm gonna have to grab one of those. If not, just 3D print my own kind of situation. But, yep. So yeah, anyway, this, we did this last time on Twitch, and it was really fun, and we were able to kind of go into some of the mindset behind the way that we do some of the pull requests, as well as kind of how everybody's payloads have been like influencing kind of the direction of some of this. Let me give myself a little picture-in-picture, so if I do this, I will still be, there we go. Hey everybody. Or maybe I'll be down here. I don't know. There's no wrong way. Anyway, Darren, I'm really bad at coding. What's the best way to get better? Best way? Okay. One, get a book, no matter what. Like, it's hard to shake a stick at any good book for whatever language. And in the case of payloads for the pager, we're talking bash, and then throw in all the Ducky script helpers. Oh, and speaking of which, I have now a usage doc. There we go. You can kind of see that there. This is all of the usage from all of the commands. I'll go ahead and post this in the Discord, but this is every single command and the usage out of them, just so you can quick reference this. It will obviously get finessed and, you know, way more built up for the docs, but I've got that for you now. But yeah, grab a book. And then the other thing is start picking apart other people's payloads. I learned so much. I thought I understood Windows Systems Administration when I very first introduced the USB Switchblade in like 2005 or 6. And then with the USB Rubber Ducky building on that with its Ducky script payloads, like I learned so much just dissecting other people's payloads that they would post on the Hack5 forums. And now it's only gotten easier because, you know, we can come into GitHub, and just grab a payload and see how it works. So I'm going to be doing just that now, because it is time to see kind of, you know, where we stand on some of these. And the trick is to test these out so that, hello pager, so that we know that they are high quality and won't break devices and give you a good experience and other things of that nature. So I know that these are still open because we're waiting on some fixes from the various authors. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip those for right now and head over to the next open one, and that would be Update Payloads. Update Payloads is a payload by Xerox Chocolate that essentially, well, does what it says on the tin. It updates your payloads. And so one of the things that I noticed with this payload, do I have it on here? Let's see if I do. This is a different pager than I was using the other day. So let's see, it was under General, Update, did I just miss it? No? Okay, I don't have it on here. Thought I did. Essentially, it just helps you update your payloads. And I think it's a really cool payload for that. And so I'm just going to check what changed. I basically recommended that when accepting new alert payloads, don't enable them by default. So you have to add the disable, to the directory. And it looks like that's what this is doing. So awesome update to the update payload. A little meta there. But let's go ahead and accept that and say thanks at 0x chocolate. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this down because I want to now test this. So now under the Pineapple Pager Payloads, Library, User, General, we should see Update Payloads. Great. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy this over to my device the old-fashioned way. Copy and paste, right? So CD to Payloads, User, General. No, I don't have it. Okay. What are we calling this one? It's in Update Payloads, camel cased. Cool. And we'll use Nano today. Paste all that. Quit. Saving. Come back to here, go into General. And now I should be able to go into Update Payloads. And what this will do is pull down all of the latest payloads from the GitHub repository. So, and I don't know if this is my first time running this, so it may be installing Git as well if I don't already have it. Conflict detected. Manual review? No, we don't want to do that. Overwrite all? Yeah, go ahead. Cool. So now it's updating all of those payloads, which is pretty cool. It's doing the equivalent of, if you've seen a couple of YouTubers have done videos showing how to use, say, WinSCP to, in combination with like downloading a zip file from the Hack5 pager payload Git, and then just like extract that and copy it over with that WinSCP. That does the trick. Who's saying Ardwolf? Whoa. Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, Tack and Sasquatch, you're here. What's up, dude? If you select manual review on CloudFlex, you'll have to confirm every single payload that overwrites. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay, that's really cool. Hey, oh my gosh, we got Sasquatch and Ilya in the same room. This is rad. It's good to see you both. I normally do this on the Hack5 Twitch account, which has like way fewer subscribers. So don't fret if I get a little nervous or stage fright being in front of such a big crowd. So please pardon me. But we are just having fun. We're having fun. Our pager's lights are blinking because we just updated all our new payloads. It says 0 new, 44 updated, 0 skip. And we're looking festive, and that's what matters right now, you know? So, I am trying to keep up with the chat, so bear with me. Oh, you know what I can do? I could probably just pop out the chat. Yes, and then throw this over here behind me. So now I switch over to boom. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That looks really nice. I'll keep you guys over here. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, loved the Star Wars theme and ringtone. That was so cool. I really need to start thinking about the best ways for us to share these themes. I mean, obviously the GitHub is the preferred method, but it doesn't really lend itself to nice like screenshots and I don't know, like upvoting and discussion and things of that nature. But you know, we'll get there. Early days in the community and some really exciting stuff abound. I mean, I just saw on the Discord somebody made a freaking CC 1101 mod for the pager, which was just absolutely sick. Like, I don't know if you guys are on the Discord, but this is one. This just dropped on our Discord maybe what, like 30 minutes ago, and I think that looks absolutely sick. And the video that was dropped showed using. I need to validate this a little bit more. I don't want to, but it looks like somebody in their lab environment was simulating a old protocol that like pagers used, unencrypted and all that jazz. So obviously use your best, you know, be responsible and all that jazz. But it was very cool. So I'm excited to see what comes of that. And I know Grim is working on an evil portal that's a good portal. Kind of cool. So yeah, anyway, there's just like so much stuff happening everywhere. So probably going to need to at least get a sub forum on the Hack5 forums set up specifically for pager goodies, because there's just so much cool stuff happening. Anyway, yeah, so back to this payload. Back to this payload, because, all right, I'm happy with that. What I want to see, though, is, did it set my alerts to be on by default? Okay, and honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember if I had those enabled or not. Oh, they're not. They're not enabled. Perfect. Okay, well, that's good. That's what we want. Because what I don't want is you to update the payloads and then suddenly enable every single alert, which right now, you know, when we're talking about the like not even a dozen alerts that exist, I'm not too worried. But smash cut, you know, like 3 months from now, potentially having like dozens and dozens of alerts that could go live. I just don't want you to just like absolutely stomp your system because they were all set to live. So anyway, that's kind of the thinking behind that. Yeah. And let me make this chat a little bigger so I can try to keep up with you guys. Yep. Anyway, at Hack5 if you have a specific question for me. Otherwise, don't mind me. Well, I'm literally just working. This is just part of the process. It's what I do to you know, validate these payloads before we go ahead and accept those. And this is a perfect example of you know, Xerox Chocolate made this amazing payload, but it had a blind spot in that it would by default enable all of the alerts that it downloaded. So I'm like, yo, we need to fix that. And way to go, Xerox Chocolate, because you did exactly that. So we've now merged it, and it's time to go back in and see. And by the way, you can see all of these. You don't need to be, you know, have admin access or anything. You can just go to in incognito this address right here. It's GitHub/Hack5, and then the Wi-Fi Pineapple pager -payloads. And if you go into polls, or even just from right here, you'll see the pull requests are 16. You can try out all the new stuff. This is not, these haven't been committed yet, but you know, I test them, make sure that they're good, commit them, and then you guys can play. But if you want to like get on the bleeding edge and play with beta stuff, by all means. Okay, ham radio. Without divulging, if true, are there any Easter eggs? Well, here's the thing. You want to see? Do you guys want to see? Okay, at Hack5 Darren in chat, and let me know if you want to see some Easter eggs, because I will pull this pull request bus right over and show you some. What else? You know what? Maybe we just, yeah, there we go. There we go. Get that a little bigger. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh, hey, Pentest Playbook. Dude, I have been loving what I'm seeing from you in Discord. Can you show the process of doing and adding on a theme? Yeah, I can show you how to build a theme. Okay. Man, so many different directions we can go. All right, so we've got, I'm writing this down because I'm excitable. I think that's that's a term. I'm excitable, and so let's do this. Let's do some PRs, some pull requests. Then we'll do some Easter eggs. And then we'll do some themes. And what was the other thing? Now I forget. See, this is why I got to write this stuff down, or I will literally forget my name. But that's just how that goes, right? Okay, looking festive. And let's go ahead and let's do one PR, and then I'll show you some Easter eggs, and we'll do a theme. All right, so what's next? Add multiple payload. Oh, here we go. Toggle privacy mode on and off by root junkie. I remember seeing this PR, and it had a couple of files change. Yeah, so I understand that this right here is the payload that root junkie wants me to accept. And that's great. I'm stoked to try this out. I mean, hell, I'll show you right now how I go about trying these out. General, let's see, privacy dash mode, which is great because I currently don't have privacy mode enabled, and I'm on a live stream. So I kind of want to like set that up. We're going to make the directory for it. What is it called again? Privacy dash mode. And if you guys haven't seen privacy mode, it basically will censor the SSIDs and MAC addresses of the listings in Recon, so you don't dox yourself on a live stream like I would otherwise be doing. Now we're going to nano payload, payload.sh, paste this. I just do a quick little, make sure it doesn't have any rmtac rf/ on there. Not like you really could brick a pager that way. No, seriously, you could recover from that very easily. But, you know, obviously I want to make sure that nothing in here is malicious. It isn't. And now we'll go ahead and run the privacy mode payload, which is good because I need to enable that. Oh, and you know what I'll do first? I will cat/usr/debug.json, and I'll see that no file, it doesn't exist. Okay, cool. So I don't have privacy mode enabled. Come down here to general. Come down here to privacy mode. I'm going to need to increase the listing size of this guy. There we go. Privacy mode, launch. Please reboot for privacy mode to take effect. Well, kind of. Yes, rebooting is definitely a surefire way to enable this, but you guys know me. I'm just going to go into the developer mode in the About menu. Ha! Check out that uptime. I have not rebooted this pineapple in 3 days. Man, sometimes in development, like you'd end up going like a week, 2 weeks. Come on. Developer mode. Great. Give me the menu. Here we go. Restart server. Yes. All right, I'll let that restart while I catch up on chat. And thank you guys for doing the @hack5. It helps in chat so I can jump directly to those. Question mark 137. Great to see that you're on Discord. Oh, Talking Sasquatch, you are welcome for privacy mode. Man, that was like, it was honestly added in, I want to say, let's see, let's go to downloads.hack5.org. I don't know if you noticed this, but when you go to download the latest firmware, most people just click the download, but there's a changelog link right here. And you can see that like immediately we're like adding features right after release. And one of them was in fact privacy mode. I think that was actually added in 1.0.4. And I did that because I was like, whoa, we are about to get, you know, like media savvy folks using this, and I've been there. I hate having to blur stuff. It takes forever. So I think that was actually added in this version, which was just a few days ago. And I know that 1.0.5 is already in the works with a bunch of fixes that folks have been submitting. I don't know if you all know this, but hack5.org/pager, still the best place with all the links. And one of them is to feedback. And this form right here, oh man, I gotta fix that. All right, well, I'll fix that after this stream, but that's where it's the easiest to provide as a feedback. Super secret password. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hope Pronobozo does a ringtone. Prono is amazing. How long will we have to support? It's a tough question to answer. Maybe 5, 6, 7 years. It really depends. Like I wouldn't even call it abandoned. It's just, you know, we have to keep innovating. So all of that's available though. You can head over and grab the latest on that still today. You said there was going to be a new device announced this year, a new version of a previously released one. Is it still going to be announced? Probably not. I mean, I can show you because you're cool and on the live stream, but you know, the land turtle, there you go. There's the new land turtle. You've been seeing teases of this on, no, I'm not on that cam. Let me throw it on this cam. Yeah. So there's your land turtle guy. Just a USB Ethernet adapter with USB 3.0 hub. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah. And now it's got built-in Wi-Fi for out-of-band exfiltration, remote access, VPNs, SSH, auto SSH, all that good stuff. And then what I love is I use this to automate. It will intercept the pass-through for USB and also allow you to toggle USB on and off, like physically. So I'll use this a lot in development as a way to literally reboot stuff. So that's got bash, payloads, Ducky script, all the good stuff. But that's probably like a Q1 thing, just because there's so much going on with that. And kind of want to just focus on this right now, because this is my techno list. So anyway, this payload, let's see if this worked before I just like live yeet myself into recon. cat/usr debug.json. Yeah, sensors true. Okay, let me then Let me take a look before I accidentally DOS myself. Nope, worked. Okay, great. Now I can show you guys. Probably easier on Virtual Pager. Maybe if I bring my screen brightness down, we'll be able to actually look a little better here. Display, brightness, let's set it to like 25%. That looks better on camera. Oh, you know what? I could probably even go a little lower. Let's see how that, oh yeah. That looks so much better. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. Yeah. So, what that payload does now, it means that if I come over here, I'm now looking at my airspace, but it's censored, which is kind of nice. And I can come in and see like, hey, this AP has 15 devices. I can select that. I can check out the connected clients, and even the connected clients are obfuscated as well. So I can see that this network has devices connected to it, and all I see is the OUIs. So I can see that a couple of Google devices, a couple Expressive devices, some GE appliances. I mean, obviously, somebody has good taste in kitchen appliances if they have GE appliances in their house, because, you know, gotta love the smart fridge, right? No, like, no joke, I love the Internet of Trash stuff because it is such a fun attack vector. So whenever I get the if I'm looking for a coffee maker and there's one for like 40, 50 bucks more that's like smart, I will literally nab that just because I want to pineapple it, because it's usually has like the most dumb, stupid network stack. And because Wi-Fi is just a specification written by IEEE, and then it's up to the vendors to implement the security. With the IoT stuff, so much of it is, I can't even begin to tell you how many times I have pineappled my Roomba, as it were, you know. So anyway, yeah, wall of sheep payload, that's definitely what we need. Okay, where were we now? All right, so yeah, I'm very happy with that payload, but I will say this is a perfect example of an issue, and I wish Root Junkie were on the stream. He was last time I streamed on Twitch. This is a great payload, looks to do the thing, but unfortunately this pull request has a bunch of other payloads in it, which is kind of unfortunate because it means that if, say, one of them works well and the other doesn't, then, you know, it's an issue. Let's see if we can just work through this one real quick, and if both are fine, then we'll just go ahead and accept this PR, and then that way you guys can enjoy these payloads as well. So what does this do? USB storage mount detects, mounts, and unmounts USB storage devices by Root Junkie version 3. All right. Makes a directory for the mount point /USB. Okay. And then detects the device using block ID, which should be on here. Come on. Yep. All right. Then what? Check if a USB device was found. Okay. Where's $sign device? Oh yeah, right. Echoing. Oh, I see. If none. All right. In this case, well, we do have some because obviously we have the MMC. So is this going to cause a problem then when it gets to here and says, okay, well, let's see. If mount TACQ device, then device is already mounted. Oh, I see. You're checking to see if it's showing as mounted. All right, smart. By using mount. Smart. So, oh, I see. So you're running mount against all of those, and then if any of them are not mounted, okay, I see where you're going with this. USB device unmounted, all right. And then else, it will attempt to mount it at the mount point. So this means I can't imagine any scenario in which you would have additional storage that wasn't connected over USB. I mean, that's like that's the mechanism we have here. So let's go ahead and try this. I have a nifty little flash drive here. So let's try this payload. And if this works, then it's not best practice to submit a single PR with multiple payloads, but if it works, we can get 2 for the price of 1. So this is going to be called General USB Storage Mounting. Okay. USB Storage Mounting. Oops. Let's RM Tech RF that one. Okay. And let's CD to this one. All right, nano payload.sh. And save that. Chris Greenway, if you ordered Autograph Edition and didn't get that, definitely open a ticket at hack5.org/contact or support.hack5.org. We'll take care of you. All right, now let's go over to payloads. General. USB storage mount block ID. Okay, so let's try this in 2 different ways. I do not have this connected, so let's go ahead and run it. I say as I immediately press the B button. Okay, general. Thankfully you can just press up to get to the bottom of the list. Launch that. Okay. Hey, I like the way that this was done with an error dialog. So that's nice, it's very obvious, and you know, we get our blinking red whenever we use that error dialog. I didn't even notice, did they? Log, okay. Oh, ha! Here I am giving it praise. It wasn't using error dialog. It's error underscore dialog foo, and you get, you know, whatever you gave it, right? And so I heard the thing and thought immediately that that's what they were doing. That's not, let's see, exited, okay. Experienced an error and exited. Well, that's because this payload did not exit cleanly. Now let's see what happens if we attach our USB storage. Okay. So I now have my Hack5 flash drive connected. Let's come over here and see ls/USB. Okay, USB is not mounted. By the way, there are a bunch of USB commands here, like USB eject, free, storage, and wait. But for right now, let's just go ahead and run this payload again and see if it will be happier when it has a drive attached. Okay. All right, completed successfully. USB device mounted at /USB. Now let's see if it's true. Just ran ls/USB. Let's do it again. Hey! Oh, look, I got PCAP files from print streams that I did with a, what was it, a packet squirrel on this USB drive, and it mounted properly. So I will say, I would say what I typically do here is I'm just gonna say, check if it already mounted then. Where should he put this? USB device unmounted. Just gonna make a comment on the first line of this. It's not the easiest way to do it. You know what, I'll put it in the conversation. But I can now, am I not logged in? Oh, wrong window. No wonder I didn't see it. Okay, I was in incognito, so I wasn't logged in. Which one was I looking at again? Privacy mode, yeah. Okay, gonna say this works. However, at Root Junkie, I recommend adding some error logging for when a USB drive is not present. Perhaps use the error dialog command. Otherwise, nice payload. Okay. Boop. And now we can actually go ahead and accept these. Just a quick check to make sure they're in the right directories. They seem to be. Pull that. And hooray. So yeah, pretty good. Happy with that. Should we do another PR or switch right over to themes or Easter eggs? Happy to do whichever. Oh, these are like basically my office hours anyway. I'm just trying to get through the backlog. Mac spoofer. Ooh, okay. All right. What's going on here? Payload to generate MAC addresses based off specific targeted environment devices and use them to spook network interface MAC address. Oh, that's cool. All right, Starkweather now. Okay. Yes, Talking Sasquatch, maintaining a GitHub repo is a full-time job. I will say we will most likely have a place here in the not too distant future for folks to literally just share payload snippets and things of that nature without needing to do, pull requests and things of that nature. Just so it's not dependent on us. Not to say that we're not going to be obviously checking these and whatnot. Oh, I love it when there's screenshots included and a README. Let's check the README. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is a great, already I can tell this is going to be a great payload. Oh, even using coloring in the log? Yes. And some testing? Oh, this is great. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and give this payload a shot. View file, raw, copy. And let's head over to, what's the directory for this? This is going to be general Mac spoofer. Okay. We'll use Vi this time. Why not? Wow, how many lines was that? Quite a few. Okay, let's just give it a shot. He says as he remembers, oh yes. Okay, so, oh cool, using the prompt command, love it. So far so good. Interesting. Alright, where is it actually doing the get the factory MAC address? Where is it? Oh. Okay. Command TAC V Eth tool. Interesting. Eth tool. Whoops. Okay, yeah, that works. Oh, wow. Oh, I see. So it's just going to get those from sysclass net interface. All right, what else? I see what's going on here. Yes, by category. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Profiles. Okay. Okay, I see where this is going. You know what? This payload's only going to get better when we have a list tools. But let's just go ahead and run it as is. Oh, hey, Peaks. Oh, if you guys haven't noticed, payloads.hack5.org, Peaks manages this and makes sure to, does literally what I'm doing right now, going through the payload repositories and say we now have our first ever payload for the Pineapple on Payload Hub. So that's exciting. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and run our Mac spoofer. Where is it? I don't see it. Hang on. The name comes from, yeah, name is Mac spoofer. Did I do something stupid? Title, Mac spoofer. Okay. All right, Brandon, where is the... Why am I not seeing it? Interesting. That is not what I expected. Maybe let's open it again so we can, yeah. So notice that when we open that, it says getting payloads. It's enumerating that directory of payloads. And I'm not seeing it in the alphabetical list. I'm going to try something stupid real quick, because this could definitely be a me thing. Let's see. Shebang bin bash, yes. Title, author description, that's great. Let's call this, let's just real quick. See what's going on with that. You see what I just did. Under general. Nope, I don't see it. I would see A. So this is not getting picked up. Why? Yeah. Yeah, all of my other ones that are in here. Okay, let's try again. Let's, yeah, it shouldn't be anything about that directory name, but let's, oh, test exists. What do I have in test? Oh, that's a foobar payload. Okay. All right. Let's just try this again. Something about this is not happy. And it might be a part of our framework that did not like something in this payload, but I don't have anything to back that up. Okay. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Oh. Hey, yep. Look at that. When I had this payload, oh, yeah. You spelled payload wrong. Did I really? Oh my gosh. Ugh. You know what? I'm starting fresh. I'm using nano. Payload.sh. Okay, I'm gonna paste. I'm gonna scroll to the top and make sure that the headers are there, because that's where it's getting the title, not from the directory you created, but the metadata. So thank you guys so much. Oh wow, I need to be looking right there, which is like on one of my many monitors. Oh gosh, you guys are the best. Maybe, yeah. Lols. Okay. General. Mac spoofer. Hey, we did it. Thanks, guys. All right. This payload changes your digital identity to match specific environments. Select the interface, select the environment, select a profile, and apply and verify. Okay. Well, let's see. Before we do this, I want to see. If I just run ifconfig, I can see my hardware MAC addresses of all of my interfaces. So I'm just going to leave this in my, in my prompt right now, so that afterwards I can see how this worked. All right, so number one, select a new. Okay, so yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, so I can do any of my interfaces. Well, let's do my. Am I using my management AP right now? Let me check real quick. I am not. We'll do it on WLAN 0 MGMT. So let's choose number 7. This is what I'm talking about, making a lot nicer. Instead of choosing from a numbered list, we'll soon enough have like just a list you can just scroll through and choose from. All right. Now we can restore the original, set it to home, corporate, and let's do industrial. I feel like industrial sounds fun. Number 4. Okay, industrial profiles. Ooh, Siemens PLCs. Rockwell, Honeywell. Oh man, I'm gonna go Siemens. Yep, save. Number 1. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna have an OUI of 001006. I wonder if it's keeping the last 4 octets. Let me check WLAN 0 MGMT. What was it before? It was 001337. Obviously, Hack5 OUI. Yeah, latest OUI on the planet. And then, oh no, AC7B. So it's actually straight up changing it completely. That's fine. All right, hit OK to apply. Applying identity, interface down. Okay, interface up. Success. All right, let's see if it was successful. If config WLAN 0 CLI, not CLI, MGMT. Hey, look at that. I'm now with Siemens Electronics. Oh, okay, cool. I'm happy with it, and I think that it actually looks really good. And I love the documentation. Anytime someone writes like a proper readme.md where it looks this good, this is great. Yeah, I am happily accepting this PR. All right, after this PR, guys, you gotta let me know what we're doing, if we're doing Easter eggs or if we're doing themes. Boom. Merge. Let's go. All right. You guys let me know, chat. Themes, Easter eggs. I mean, 50-50, guys. Oh, I'm going to let you guys have just a moment to decide. I'm going to give you guys just another moment to decide while I get a refreshment, and then we'll see where we go. Easter eggs or not forgetting that I'm wearing a wireless mic pack as I head downstairs for a sparkly water du jour. GE appliances. Hello, smart fridge. Ooh, what are we having tonight? Liquid death. That'll kill you. All right. And I'm back. Hello, hello. Okay, clearly it has been decided we are doing the Easter eggs. So that's where we're gonna go. And is my mic pack? It looks good on my levels. Chaz. Having a little pina colada. I feel like that is quite the appropriate drink for getting into pineapples. All right, couple of Easter eggs. And I say that as I grab, basically this is a new one out of box. This has never been set up. We're gonna do that together. So, I'm pretty sure it's fully charged. It's fully charged enough. We only need it really charged enough to get through the flashing process, which is at most 25 minutes. And it's a 3 to 4 hour battery, so fully is obviously best. Anyway. But while this gets going, I want to show you a different Easter egg because there's a special Easter egg that you may or may not have missed. Okay. You're right, don't tell that to the... yeah, no, always fully charged, always. But with that said, let's dive into some Ducky script payloads and Easter eggs. So, as you know, the Ducky script lives in user bin. And if you ls and scroll up, and there's some ls command I forget right now, that will just show me only the all caps ones. But all of the Pineapple commands are in all caps because that's what I grew up with QBasic, and also caps lock is cruise control for cool. And also it's easy to tell that this is a hack5 command as opposed to like env or dirname or, you know, gpsmon, right? In any event, if you just run any of these, it's going to tell you the usage. So confirmation dialog, right? Tells you, here's how to, you know, it asks for user confirmation, you pass it text. And so we're in the process of putting together a really pretty section of the documentation which will give examples for each of these. Granted, if you really want examples, that's easy enough. Just go to root, payloads, user examples, and you'll see example payloads for some of the most common Ducky script that you're going to use. And if we run some of these, it'll show you like how to actually use wait for button press, for example, right? But one of them that you're not going to see in here, that we don't have an example for, and that you may not even notice in the usage, and I'll post this in Discord right now, but this is just a quick output of literally every single Ducky script command on the pager, so that you can see like, okay, you know, Pineapple Mac filter list, and it's like, okay, it lists the Mac filters and it'll accept, allow, or deny, and it'll show you either the allow or deny list, right? Real simple. But one that you're not gonna find, obviously, is the one payload command that is on just about every piece of Hack5 gear. Even that new land turtle I showed you, Packet Squirrel, Bash Bunny, Mark 1, Mark 2. What else has this command? Ever just forget your children? What else do we make? It's not on the Screen Crab. Actually, it might actually be on the Screen Crab. It's definitely on the Mark 7. It's definitely on the Enterprise Pineapple. It's definitely on the Shark Jack. It's not on the Plunderbug. It's definitely on the Key Croc. It's on a lot of devices, right? And so what is the one Ducky script command that is the same across all that Hack5 gear? Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll! And if you run do a barrel roll, and you're not going to see it in the virtual pager, right? So I'm going to switch over to my other camera. I think maybe in the future, somebody needs to send a feedback thing for adding LEDs to the virtual pager, you know, because that would be just like a cool way to see what the LEDs are showing. But yes, if you played N64, you know, do a barrel roll. And I'll just switch over to this cam here so we can see it. I'm just chilling on the dashboard, and I'm just going to press enter to run do a barrel roll. And it is the most magical Ducky script command ever. And there you go. That's what it does. And you can run do a barrel roll on just about any Hack5 gear and get similar results. So anyway, now I did see somebody in chat asks like, okay, what about disabling that? And it's true, it's going to be like this for a while until you stop it. And so stopping it is pretty simple. If you haven't already played with the LED command, just run LED. It's going to show you all of the different statuses you can do. So I can do like LED R, right? They're all up here. You can do just colors, or you can do statuses that have like specific color and blink values already. So anyway, if I do LED R, that's just going to set all of these to red. So I'll come over to here, press enter, and now they're all red. So, of course, as you know, you can just solve this by going into the menu as well and head over to D-pad LED, and we can set this to the coolest color in here, obviously, magenta, right? And now, oh yeah, that looks so much better, obviously. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Why are the red-green buttons wrong compared to serial killer's pager in the Hackers movie? Wow, that's a good question. That is a good question. Do I have... Let me see. I'm going to switch you guys over here while I look for this. Do I have my Motorola Ambassador? I do. Yeah, that right there is the Motorola Ambassador. This is obviously very much inspiration for this device right here. And inspiration is used, let's say, for legal reasons. We'll use that loosely. Why is A and B swapped? Or why is red and green swapped? I don't know about you. I grew up on a, well, okay, I grew up on a 2600, but that's neither here nor there. After that, NES, SNES, all the greats. I feel like Nintendo actually figured it out best. I feel like it's B then A. That feels right, you know? It's like there's a reason it's up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, and not A, B, right? It just feels better in the hand. So, anyway, I'm, yeah, curious if that's a point of contention. You know, I could actually imagine I could imagine a payload. I hope the developers aren't watching or hear me talk about this. Our engineers, Dallas and Mike, are, as they should be, on vacation, okay? They deserve some rest after that absolute grind that was the sprint to 1.0 and all of the point releases thereafter. So, regardless, just know that I'm prefacing what I'm about to say with, you know, I'm not making, never making any guarantees with this, but I could imagine the possibility of swapping A and B with a payload. And I can already think of ways that I would, just as a hacker, just getting into, you know, some of the lower level stuff in the Linux system here, but we're not going to do that right now. But I guess you could. If you really wanted to, you could probably just swap A and B. I don't know why you would. Yeah. Oh, Ilya, absolutely. Let me just, boom. There we go. Boom. There you go. All right, Ilya, you are now a moderator. Cool. Thank you. All right, so where did we leave off? All right, so that was one of the Easter eggs. Let's take a look at another potential Easter egg here. Kind of bright. Let's move on over to, you guys saw this when you very first booted your Wi-Fi Pineapple pager and you were like, oh, it's time to get this guy set up. So we're going to do exactly that. I'll walk you through the setup. There we go. That looks happy. And I don't know if you all noticed this, but when you went to first set this up and you got to this screen, you probably just, you know, downloaded the firmware and then uploaded it and hit next and all that jazz. But what you probably didn't do, and sound off in the comments or in the chat if you know this one, because this is an Easter egg that is in literally every version of the Wi-Fi Pineapple since the Mark V, right? But what you do is you just add a little love to the URL. There's actually quite a few different, there's quite a few different thingies here in the can I spell this correctly? Nope. I'm trying to find nope. Not there. Okay. I'll find it another time. There's actually another Easter egg that's a lot more, what is it called? Esoteric, should we say. Let me see if I can actually find it since I've got this open. Let's see. There we go. I think I found it. One sec, guys. There's another really esoteric one that I might want to show you. Nope. Oh, I got to go through the API. Okay. So, this one, okay, so I'm going to show you the first simple Easter egg, and then I will show you the, like, really esoteric one. What did I do with my... You ever feel like you got too many windows open at all times? Forever? That's okay. All right, catching up. Did anybody call it? I'm wondering if anybody knows the secret URL. Yes, Pentest Playbook. Got it. So, add in /Kirby, and that right there, that is Kirby. The one and only. That's my girl. 17 years. And look at that cat, just enjoying that breeze. That was her absolute favorite place in the bay. That was a little spot that overlooked Mount Tamalpais, Point Richmond, OG Hack 5, our old warehouse. So I'm just thrilled that that she lives on, in a way, on every Pineapple device since the Mark V. So anyway, yes, there is, you know, there's only so much memory you can fit in, you know, things like stagers and whatever, bootloaders and all of the other jazz, but for some reason, we always find a way to make a few kilobytes for Kirby. And so I'm heartwarmed by that. I know that there are also some others in the upcoming Land Turtle that you will also quite enjoy. The other super secret URL here in the stager, because mind you, we have not set up our device yet. We're still like out of box. We haven't done anything. But if I do this, hey, check that out. Yep, there's a full debug mode in the stager that will generate an SSH key and password and start the SSH server so that if you wanted to, for whatever reason, you could actually get into a shell on your pager before you've ever set it up. So anyway, just going to point that out. It's kind of an Easter egg, kind of more or less just a just like a debug. I mean, that's exactly what it says in the URL. It's for debugging. So anyway, brand new pager. That's how that works. It is. It's kind of like a backdoor, and you know, we put it in there for you. You know, I don't know what the use case is, but the thing is, don't limit yourself by having a future use case that you can not do because you already built it that way. So, yeah. All right. So where are we going next? We're gonna do some themes. Pager is looking really festive and cute. I'm very happy with you, guy. All right. I wonder if anybody has submit any themes yet. I want to take a look at those. All right, let's see. Themes. Pull request. All right. Theme submission. Hey, this is my theme submission to the Wi-Fi upload pager theme. My theme is a simple warm color variation of the organ theme. Okay, you know what? It's a good place for us to start. It's a good place for us to... Oh, by the way, that Kirby thing, you're not going to get to /Kirby on your virtual pager now. That was only an Easter egg for when you were first setting up the device. Once you've installed the firmware, it doesn't exist anymore. So we're not wasting space with photos of my cat on your pager once you've set it up. But I do love that she lives on in that way. All right. So now where are we? Yeah, I'm excited to check out this theme. Files changed, 271. Okay. Let's start with the README. Let's view it. All pretty like. Oh, okay. Let's see. Ooh. I kind of like how it's very, like I feel like this would be the theme that I would go to if I was doing some like war driving at night, you know, to try to keep my, or like doing any sort of like stellar photography. This actually looks really cool. Yeah. Okay, it's a basic reskin. I mean, I could try it out just to show you how to load themes, and then we could probably also do a little, let's see. The most of this theme is probably actually done up in theme.json. Yeah. So at the bottom of theme.json, you're going to notice the color palette. And this is where you define, it's kind of like CSS. You basically define the RGB values for what we call blue and black and red and such. And so if you literally just wanted to change the color of your pagers, you could just edit this. Let me just show you how to set this up as an example so that we know how. And in the meantime, having looked over this, we're going to go ahead and just accept this so I can pull it down most easily. Okay. That's exciting. Oh, I say that and then I'm like, wait, did I put it in the right place? Themes. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. Let me just go ahead and download this as a zip. And we're going to SCP all of this over to our box. So I believe I've already set up an SCP. Oh yeah. So that was the previous command that I ran here. That is SSHFS root at pager dot. It's probably not mounted anymore, actually. I will fix that later. I'm going to have a couple of these hanging. Don't ask why. I'm just... Okay. So SSHFS root at pager, that is the equivalent of me typing in 172.16.52. I just get tired of typing it, so I have a thing in my options called pager. And then I'm going to tell it where, which is going to be slash, and then I'm going to say where to mount it, which is dot, which is where we currently live right now on my last year's MacBook. And then my super secret password, and I'm going to say open dot. And that is going to open this MacFuse volume. And so now I have file system in Finder of my pager. And so if I go to root, and you will notice root is actually a symlink because it lives in the MMC. So MMC, root, and then I'm going to go into themes. Oh, I think this might have been initially a, oh yeah, this is... I have a lot of old stuff in here because this was initially a test. I think this was a development pager. Yeah. Anyway, so I have a lot of other files in here you're definitely not going to have. But if I now come over to wherever I just downloaded that, and Aha. Okay, so I've unzipped it. Where is my other, oh, there we go. And here's my root. And so I, funnily enough, don't even have a themes directory yet because this is from an older, oh my gosh, it changed my host name. Did anybody notice it changed my host name? Hey, see you later, question mark 137. Wow. Wow, I love that it literally changed my host name. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm gonna do it on device. It's way more fun this way. Settings, network, host name. That's hilarious. Okay, I'm just gonna hit save on pager. Yes. Okay, cool. That tickles me pink. Okay, let's refresh this. Nope. Oh, wow. Oh, where else did you? No, it's not host name. Oh, no, I'm forgetting. cat/etc config system. Is that where we keep host name? Host name, pager. Why is my shell still, is it my PS1? Nope. I don't know where we're getting that from. I need to look through that last payload and the Mac spoofer. Where did you change that, Mac spoofer? Kernel oh my gosh, look at this. Okay. Ha! Okay. I don't know if it works this way. We're gonna see if it does. Okay, now let's hard refresh this terminal. There we go. All right. It was that the previous payload changed the host name of my pager in a very esoteric way. It literally wrote it to proc sys kernel. If you don't know, if you're new to Linux, one of the fun things of Linux, or if just using, you know, the pager or any of the Hack 5 gears as an intro to like embedded Linux, is that if you check out sys class, you're gonna see. I don't know if I should be showing you this. I mean, obviously, it's your device. Hack it, break it. But all of the stuff is in here. Like if I check out, see where it says like, oh gosh, what GPIO, right? There's the GPIO for the vibration motor. So if I check out vibrator, you'll see it's got this file called value, and if I just cat that, you'll see that the value of the file named value is 0, all that's in it. But everything in Linux is a file. It makes it awesome that I can literally just take this and I can say echo 1 and I can just send it to that value. And you know what that's gonna do? I say that as I now hold up my festive pager to my microphone. You hear that? Yeah. I don't know if that's going to come through on stream. And then I echo 0 back into it. But there you go. That's that's how you can literally interface with it directly, as opposed to running the vibrate command with an RTTTL. So just pointing out that, you know, under the hood, there's a lot that you can just do on your own, and you can break it, and you can make it so that our server won't understand what state it's in. So you can, you know, break it to your heart's content. Where was I going with this? I'm checking out this theme. Oh yeah. Am I in root? Yes. Make a directory called themes, and now over here, my empty themes directory, let's go and let's copy Mayhem Red. Digging these tunes. As I attempt to catch up on chat. Okay. Did I finish copying? I did. Great. So let's go ahead and check out this theme now. Settings, general, theme, Mayhem red. Let's go ahead and reload the UI. Oh, cool startup. Look at that. Whoa. Startup sequence initiated. Love it. Look at the creativity on this guy. This is pretty cool. Okay. And now if I restart my virtual pager, log in, check this out. Okay. That's nice. Whoa. Oh man, it looks even crispier here. Look at this. I don't know, it's like, it's hard for this to come across on camera as cool as it is, but yeah, all that red on black. Oh, that looks amazing. This looks amazing. I can't believe that this is just like a simple reskin. It's just desaturation, because this background's normally green. He did keep the red submarine. I know some people have thought that that icon is something else that is a submarine, because it is War Games themed. Payloads, yep. And that is a spaceship from a classic arcade that you might have some experience with. It's an homage to War Games. Anyway, this looks awesome. Let's go ahead and run a example payload. Or you know what? The game, Simon Says. Have you guys seen this? This is so cool. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Look at this guy. I love it. I love it. This is cool. Okay. Oh, all right. What's the down? All right, round one. I think it was just down. Was it just down? Down. All right, round two. Down, right. Okay. Down, right. There we go. There's a delay I've noticed before you can do your input, and I think I submitted a thing to Rocket God saying, recommending using the wait for input Ducky script. Okay, down, right, left, left, down, right, left, left. This is down, right, left, left, up. Okay. I like how it increases speed after a few, and I love that it gives you feedback now. This is awesome. Sorry, I am beside myself. Look how good that red looks. This is so cool. I know it's like a silly thing for me to be oohing and awing about, but you have to understand, like, coming from a place where we literally, you know, designed and developed this and have been so familiar with all of the work in progress iterations of this interface that is the like War Games inspired default theme, to then for me to like look over here and see something that looks completely different. And I don't want to say we didn't do any work. We did a lot of work. We did so much work to make sure you could hack it, so you could make it your own. I can't begin to describe to you how rewarding it is to see exactly that. And I know this is a pretty simple theme, but man, does it hit. Because like, this is super useful in a dark environment. So I love this. This looks really good. And you know what? I think it kind of represents too, just how easy it is to theme. I want to show you how to go ahead and go about, say, making your own. Maybe we could even, is my mic still working? I don't, oh, dang it, did this break? Somebody let me know if you can't hear me. But there's something I want to show you. Where is it? It's in ROM. User, nope, lib, pager, themes. Okay, cool. Okay, so this right here is where on the ROM, the read-only memory, you can't break this, the themes live, right? Or at least war games. The default theme lives. Top-down camera died? No! Oh, it did! Look at that. You know what happened? It overheated. I'm running this this Sony VZV, I forget. Oh man, I hope it didn't die while I was showing this off, because it looks so good. Yeah. And okay. So anyway, I'm absolutely loving how this theme looks. It's hard to like show just on camera just how good that is, but it's perfect for at night. So anyway, all right. Point I'm trying to show you is that in ROM lib pager themes, you're gonna find your default war games, and you can't touch this. Like seriously, I can't. It's a read-only file system. So that is why this lives here, because of all the things we don't want to break, many things we don't want to break, but we don't want your default theme to break, so it lives in the ROM. That is to say, if you cat the README, as you should, anytime you find a directory with a README, it's going to tell you that that you put your that it's not going to have any effect. But if you want to, you can create your own theme with this command right here. And I'm going to go ahead and make a new theme in root themes, and we're going to call it, yeah, my cool theme, whatever. And now this copy command is going to recursively copy the existing libpager themes war games over to my cool theme. And so now if I head over there, dang it, that's not what I meant to do. Lib, okay, let's try that again. We're now in my cool theme. What I forgot to do was the star. This should say /star. Let me try that again. I don't want this directory, I want the contents therein. Now when I ls, yes, there we go. That's what I expect. I get my components, my assets, my theme JSON. And so this is going to be named my cool theme. If I come up here into settings and theme, I now see my cool theme. And my cool theme isn't actually that cool right now because it's literally just a duplicate of the existing theme. Okay, so where are we going next with this? Let's go ahead and make my cool theme cool. And what's awesome about this is I have that SSHFS still. So if I actually look over here, here's my cool theme. So let's just go ahead and do this right here on my Mac. I'm gonna make an extra new, actually, I'm just gonna drag and drop. What am I kidding? Let's do it the easy way. They made an easy way for a reason, right? Hey, Sambana. See you next time. Kinda geeky. About 1 to 2 days. Hey, Mayhem. Wait a second. Mayhem L9R? You're not related to Mayhem Red, are you? I say that as I just noticed the chat. That's me? That, like this Mayhem Red? Like, that's me? Oh, no way. I'm literally checking out your payload and I'm loving it. This is so cool. Oh, I love the theme. Absolutely. You know what? Congratulations. You are now officially the first theme in the repo. Looks amazing. I'm going to put together like a place to showcase these where we can get some screenshots. One of the things that I love for that is that in Virtual Pager, you can literally just, you know, come here, whoops, click, click, right click on the image and say, you know, save in image as or copy or whatever have you, to get screenshots really easily. But yeah, maybe on Payload Hub. That's not a bad idea, Peaks. We could have a whole section for themes on Payload Hub. I wonder how folks would feel about that. In any event, I'm stoked that we now have our very first theme. And we're about to have our second because my cool theme is ready to develop. And so I'm going to go ahead and start here by editing theme.json. And this is like the ultimate map of where everything lives and works within the theming universe. And this is not a full theme tutorial. This is Darren on a Monday night, messing around, having fun, and showing you guys a couple of things that you can do to hack on your pager. But I for sure will put together a full theming payload tutorial. But basically, what I want to do is show you some of the easy stuff to tweak to get a nice looking theme out of the gate. And that is color palette, right? So we've got blue, black, red, dark red, yellow, gray. These are used from within the theme in other places that are referenced. And wherever it says blue, it's going to use those RGB values, red, green, blue, that amount to mix to create a color. So if I go in, I'll see there's basically two elements to these. There's assets and components. Now components are JSON files. And if I open up any of these, it'll be pretty obvious the way they work. And then assets are referenced by your components, and they are mostly PNG files. So if I actually just start looking at these, you'll notice these are all of the elements that you've already seen. These arrows right here were the arrows that you saw in the, what is it called, in the tutorial when you first set up your pager. These are the icons that you see in Recon. This is a background you see a lot of places. You know, so if you wanted to just edit one of those elements, all these cute little icons and whatnot, this is where you do this. You could just change those. And so we do, you know, we try to keep things a little bit organized. If I come in here and sort by type, you'll see, or kind on my Mac, kind, we see that we have different directories for different kind of stuff. So like the keyboards, for instance, these are all our keyboard layouts. If we just wanted to make this keyboard look amazing, we could just come in here and, you know, change it to, say, if we want it to be the Quake font or something. That'd be fun. A Quake. Kind of want to do a Quake theme. Maybe we do that. But yeah, those are the assets. And then here, similarly, components, those are also mostly organized. And if we go into dashboards, there's our alerts dashboards, our payloads dashboard, all of those, like the little one with the spaceship when you go into, you know, see your, let me actually go ahead and just choose our My Cool theme so we can start changing it on the fly, and I'll show you some developer stuff. Yeah, I am definitely going to spend way too long on a Quake theme, but also I spent way too long as a kid on Quake, so. And I mean, if this means that I can technically say that part of my job is making Quake themes for the pager, that just makes me feel pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll just show you one little instance of this. Here, if we go into payloads, you see we've got that cool wallpaper, and then we've got this little spaceship in front of the folders. If you just want to change those assets and call it a day, let's just do that, and I'll just show you how easy this is. So without even changing the, where am I? Yeah, without even changing any of the JSON. But I'll show you the JSON. So what was it, payloads? Yeah, dashboard payloads. You'll see this is the slot 0 for this guy right here. Slot 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And if I come back to the code, you'll see slot 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And within each of these IDs, you'll see that we have layers and selected layer. And so as you dive into this, you'll realize what's happening here is when I have this selected, so I have games selected, what's going to be different is that the normal layer is, okay, the variable name is the list item, and that gets passed to it, and it's got its X and Y. So for instance, we're looking at number 4, which is the 5th one down because we start from 0, prank. It's going to be at a X of 206 and a Y of 106, and then we're going to do a string template. This is probably not the best one for me to start with. Anyway, you can see what we put here is the assets, the folder.png, and then we recolor that magenta. So you see this recolor palette, that's what I'm trying to get at. So recolor palette is showing our folders as magenta. If we come back to that file here, we'll see that magenta is listed as having an RGB value of 205, 85, and 155. If we just go to a RGB picker, let's find an RGB picker. I just imagine. Okay, so let's make this thing, let's make our, instead of our spaceship or our folder being blue, or magenta, let's make it green, right? So R0, G255, and B0, because that's all the way green, none of the way red, none of the way blue. That's how it mixes. Pretty easy, right? So the 0, 255, 0. So we'll just set this to red, 0, green, 255, blue, 0. Now by doing this, every time there's a reference to the word magenta, it's going to actually be green. So you can see how this can get a little messy pretty quick, but I'm going to save that, and we're just going to copy it over to our pager. Which one is actually on our pager? This is MMC root. Yeah. Okay, so this is my actual pager. Themes, my cool theme. And I like to keep, okay, so on the right is going to be my pager, on the left is going to be my local drive. Keeps it easy. And we're just going to copy over that theme.json that I just did, and we're going to overwrite that. We're going to replace it. And now, let's restart our service. This is not one of the easier changes where you can just see an instant change, because it's not just a component, it's the entire theme. But I'll just go ahead and restart server while I catch up on chat and all of the multitude of messages I have been getting. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that looks good. I just noticed Man, that looks so good. Sorry, I'm in like so many channels simultaneously. If you guys aren't on the Discord, you're missing so much cool stuff. Like, look at that. That looks really cool. Also, it's a little meta. I think I see myself in the background. But what a hot boot screen. So, Trout, looking good, dude. Looking good. Let me give that a love. No, let me give that a pager. There we go. Sorry. It is, it's impossible to keep up with all of the things going on. But in any event, oh, just some trout. I wonder if you're related to the other trout guy. Okay, so remember that very simple change, just changing that magenta? If we go into payloads now, hey, look at that. All of our folders are green. I know, it's dead stupid, it's simple, but let's just start out with the easy stuff, okay? And then we're just gonna get better and better from there. So we've now changed our magenta to green. I want to change my little spaceship. So that's a real simple change. Let's come in here to our assets, and I just need to find my little spaceship. Well, I don't know what the file name is, but if I want to find it pretty quickly, remember how I said there's two kind of layers in slot 4, or any of these slots? So if I choose prank, you'll notice that prank is yellow instead of blue. You'll notice that selected layer, it's going to show here as, where is it? Okay, so when we do our string template, and that's, so the variable list item is going to get passed to string template. The string template is going to use the text size medium, this is all defined, and it's going to use text color palette, and it's going to switch it to yellow. Notice the same thing up here is blue. So all of the other non-selected ones are blue, but our selected one is going to be yellow. And again, we could change this to any other color that is referenced in our theme JSON. See, that's where we get our max characters so that it'll truncate and things of that nature. But you'll notice that we use arrow.png. Well, what is arrow.png? Well, if we come back over to our assets and look up arrow.png, where is arrow.png? Oh, under payload dashboard. Notice I said they were mostly organized. So in the payload dashboard folder, I'll notice arrow.png, and that is indeed my cute little spacecraft from the incredible, all right, got to close a bunch of stuff that I'm working on. From the incredible game from, sorry, I'm brain farting over here. Wondering if anybody remembers this from War Games. Matthew Broderick actually got this game and got really good at it. But we're gonna make this really cool. Okay, this is actually a theme I'm working on. This is probably the best IP address number pad you've ever seen in your life. But Mobix! 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 Hi, Mobix. Miss you, man. So, Galaga, not asteroids. It was Galaga. And what we're going to do is open this with Photoshop. And I'm going to notice my pretty little pixel art here. And let me make this a little bigger so we can... I like to throw in just a generic layer. I just throw black on just so I can see what I'm working with. And so now let's change out this little spacecraft for, let's get a nice little, I don't know, Pac-Man? Hey, it's ET Videos! Man, all the greats. Okay, where are we going next with this? Do we want to do a Pac-Man, or what do we want to do for this icon? What do you think would look really good? I am the Hackman. Let's see, Namco Pac-Man sprites. see if we can find some actual sprites from Pac-Man. Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. Check it out. Oh, these are OG. I guess there really weren't that many sprites from OG Pac-Man. I'm open to going any direction with this. But yeah, when you actually look at the sprite file from Pac-Man, there's not a whole lot. In fact, there's just as many dead Pac-Man ones as anything else. I like the cherry. The cherry is iconic. The cherry is classic. I'm just gonna yeet this from my clipboard. Oh no! How do I refund this? Don't give money. Sorry, never give money. That goes to, it doesn't go to Hack5, it goes to Vox Media. Our new baby daddies. It used to be Revision 3, and then it became Seeker, and now it's it's weird. It's weird. They're not. We actually don't even have a contract with them. But anyway, it's very esoteric and not worth getting into. But I appreciate the sentiment. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you this little trick that I use whenever I'm trying to get sprites to maintain their good form. Because I need this to get into here, which is a 20 by 18. So when I paste it, I'm going to do Control-T, and I'm going to set my interpolation up here to nearest neighbor. If I do nearest neighbor, as opposed to bicubic or bilinear, it's not going to try to anti-alias it. And so it'll end up looking, since we're going for 8-bit, it's going to look. It's going to have that 8-bit magic. There we go. And so now, when I get rid of those, there we are. That looks pretty good. And so I'm just going to export that out over to... Where am I saving these? I'm through this in a weird directory. It's on my desktop. No wonder. My cool theme under assets, payload dashboard, and arrow.png. Let's go ahead and save and replace that. And just as before. So I'm going to show you a cool Ducky script command you can use here to do rapid development of payloads. So when I come into my assets folder, this being SSHFS on my pager, and I go into, where did I say that was? Payloads dashboard. Let's just sort by kind. There we go. Payloads dashboard. And I replace arrow.png. On my virtual pager, we still see whatever the asset was that was cached, right? An old school Finera theme, that would be hilarious. But there's a way to hard refresh this without restarting the server. And that is to do, what is the command again? Developer theme reload. And actually, I don't remember if this accepts a argument. Let's see. Let's just head which. Okay, so it does have a usage. Reload from disk is currently focused UI element. I see. Otherwise, default component is currently, okay, cool. So you can pass it a component name, but you don't necessarily need to. So that is to say that when you run developer theme reload, whatever component you have currently loaded on your screen is going to reload. So notice our little Galaga spaceship. Run that. Okay. Let's leave and go back. No. Really? Let's see, calling reload with errors and so requesting. I wonder if I have to use this over SSH. Yeah, I may have to do that. Yeah, calling reload with errors, bank press. Okay. I wonder if this isn't considered a component because of the dashboard element of it. Oh, by the way, remember, my flame is now green because it's because we remapped magenta to green, and it's referencing the word magenta. So, unintended consequences. Let's see. I mean, I can, of course, just... Or did I not copy this file? No, I see the cherries. We'll just restart it and see. We'll restart the server. I think maybe it's just for a different component because that one's a dashboard. It might not apply to dashboards. I don't know. This is a very late in development Ducky script command that was added, which honestly I kind of wish that I had when I was working on the original War Games theme, because it is so useful. All right. So if we come over to payloads now, hey, we got cherries, right? At this point, I'm like, maybe we just keep with the cherries and make it a full-on Pac-Man theme. I don't know. Trying to find a good Quake screenshot, you know? I mean, obviously I would love to just fire up a copy of Quake 1 or Quake World with you guys and pretend that that's just important research for this pager theme development. But right now I literally just need a good... I don't even want E1M1. What was the lobby called? What was the lobby in Quake called? Quake, like level select? It was the difficulty screen. Yes, found it. Okay. Okay, this is... I believe this is it. That's what I want. Okay, copy image. It's even got like the just absolute garbage. No anti-aliasing. No anti-isotropic filtering. It's beautiful. So I'm going to just show you the next really easy thing to do in your quest to build a cool pager theme. And that is to go into ye old dashboard. And you'll find wargamesbg.png. I'm going to open that here in my Photoshop. And you'll notice that this is a 480 by 222. That is the resolution of the pager. And I'm just going to go ahead and paste and Control T. Whoops. Nope, that did not. Control T. There we go. And I'm going to hold Shift to maintain my proportions in Photoshop. This is slowly becoming a Photoshop tutorial. And I'm going to find just like a nice little spot here. Because what's going to be over this is are these icons. Now I'll move these icons around if I need to, and we may just make these icons more appropriate for the Quake universe. But yeah, they are kind of like right justified, and then I've got my status bar up at the top. So maybe just like down just a little. There we go. Well, that's as far as we can crop it in. Obviously, it's a much wider screen aspect ratio than the original Quake game, so we're not going to have our status bar. We have to decide if we're going to keep the boomstick. I would prefer to actually justify it like here, because I know the icons for like battery and such are going to be at the top, and I don't want them to cover the Quake. But anyway. But then we do have some of our boomstick, but just the tip. That looks good. You know what I can actually do? This is ridiculous. I know. Here we go. Am I in the context of a invalid? What am I? Oh. My Photoshop has a dialog open on literally another monitor that I'm not finding, and because of that, I have no idea what menu I'm in that is preventing me from adding a layer. What is going on? Oh, is it because this is... Okay, let me just save this real quick. Actually, we'll just save over it. Yeah, sure. We'll save over that. Oh, it's because it's locked. But why is it not letting me create a new one? That's interesting. I've not run into that before. I mean, I could just literally just select all of this. Come on. Auto select. Uncheck the auto select. Whoa. Oh. Ugh. It's because this dialog was opened. Okay. Copy. New. We'll do 480 by 222. Paste. Great. Now I can create another layer. What I was going to get at is... Yeah. That's fine. I was just going to remove the boomstick, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's go ahead and use... Yeah. Let's use it as is. So, as you might imagine, it is the same process. So, I go over here to my pager under dashboard, and I just replace wargames_BG. Now, obviously, the right way to do this would be to go into my dashboard JSON and reference, you know, background instead of wargames background. But, hey, why not? I'm just showing you the quick and easy way to do this. Okay. Ah, thank you. Double click the layer and unlock it. I do not know why it is so incredibly mad at me. It's like I'm not used to not being able to work with the layers. What? There we go. Auto select. I can't. It's like it's not treating it as a Photoshop file, which is weird. Not something I have the patience for. Double click on the layer index and hit enter. Thank you. Layer index, layer index. Where is layer? Oh, double click. Yeah, no. It's just beeping at me when I do that. I noticed the lock icon. Yeah, I don't really know. This is a new one for me, and I've been using Photoshop since before the Creative Cloud. It's like the entire file is locked, which is like, how is that even possible? This is a new one for me, for real. But again, not going to get too worried about it. Do I have this open from SSHFS? That could explain some weirdness. All right, so we've restarted our server. So let's relog in. And there we go. Nice. Now if we wanted to, we could come into components and say dashboard. Where's dashboard? This dashboard, Wargames dashboard, which by the way, it's still referenced as Wargames dashboard, right? So again, you might want to rename that. But what I can do here is, you see when I hover over and I select all of these, it tells me what they are. I know what they are. And so we can see that the ID alerts says layers. Okay, it's going to put this image, which is the item background, and then the alerts icon. It's going to recolor it to red at these XY coordinates. And then when it's the selected version of that, it's going to do the same thing, but it's going to add the word, it's going to add text, the word alerts, to this XY, right? And it's going to make it green. Same thing with payloads, and it's going to make it magenta. Well, I don't want that, you know? So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those. And so this is a very simple fix, but the thing I do want to point out is JSON. So the last item in your array is not going to have a comma. So that one's got a comma, this one doesn't. That one has a comma, that one has a comma, that one has a comma, but then the last one doesn't. So if I'm going to just get rid of this on each of these selected layers, make sure you get rid of that comma. Simple. So, boom, and there we go. Boom, and there we go. Same thing with PineAP, and there we go. And settings, and there we go. Save that. Replace our existing. So where is this? This is under dashboards. Nope, not assets dashboards, components dashboards. And then our Wargames dashboard. Replace that file. Let's see if we can just run reload. Developer theme reload from right here. Yeah, there we go, it worked. And look at that. We now have a dashboard where the icons, are not, they don't, you know, say alerts or payload or whatever have you when I select them. So at this point, I can kind of go like, all right, well, let's maybe do some other Quake themed icons. I guess we could do that. Let's see if we can find some Quake themed icons. Quake 1 icons. Let's see if we can find some. If I can find some like easy to repurpose, I'm only seeing the big old, you know, sickle or whatever it was on the Quake 1 icons. I'm trying to remember what, let's see, we had the 9-inch nail box. What else was there? I'm thinking like a med kit. Although everything in Quake 1 was really drab. So I don't know if this is actually going to come out looking phenomenal. But maybe I can just grab some of the items. Like, let's see. Let's just, hey, what could go wrong, right? I'm going to make alerts. Where are these? All of these icons are going to be living in assets, dashboard. And so like, let's go ahead and open the alerts one in Photoshop. Yeah, sorry, this will now be a 3-hour theming class. Yes. I'm gonna make this, boop. Okay, here we go. Ready? Yep, center that bad boy and bring it down. Disable that. Okay, a little bit smaller. and I'm still using nearest neighbor. So it's definitely going to have an, like, a quality to it, we should say, right? If I had set this back to bilinear or bicubic, it would look more like anti-aliased and such, but that's not what we're going for with this theme. So I'll go ahead and just hit save. Save as copy. Photoshop. Oh, you know what? I have a quick way to do this. Assets, dashboard, alerts, PNG, to replace that. Do we want to see the instant gratification, or do we want to do them all first? Let's go for the instant, just to know that we're on the right track, and then we'll yeet the rest of them over and then see how it looks. So let's go into dashboards, let's go into assets, dashboard, and copy over our alerts PNG, run our reload command, nope, reloaded, no, not reloaded, that's okay. I will ask Dallas why. There's probably just isn't made for the day. Or maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, I see it on SSHFS as our little health. Yes. QKB 3128, absolutely. Okay. Oh my gosh. So I've got my little health pack there, and oh, it only loads the JSON commands. Hey, caps lock. Thank you so much. That makes so much sense. All right. So actually, now we can use it as an example, because what we've noticed here is it did indeed make our little health, our health box here, right here, but you'll notice it's just this blue ugly thing, and that is because if we come over to our, this is on our local host, on our dashboard, we'll see for alerts it says alerts.png, but you notice this recolor palette red, and then when I select it, recolor palette blue. That is recoloring that PNG, and it did indeed do that. It is red when it's not selected, and it is blue when it is selected, which means that it just replaced the, okay, so what we're gonna do is just get rid of this element here. Same thing over here with the red. Create, there we go. And now let's go ahead and just copy it, the JSON that is. The asset's already there. So under components, go back here to components, dashboards, and we just updated WarGames dashboard. I'm going to just replace that file. And now, when I rerun developer theme reload, you'll notice, boom, instantly, I now see my little health crate. Isn't that cute? Oh, it looks good. Yep. It did indeed recolor it, but now it doesn't. And now, all right, I like this. Cool, now we just need a couple more assets. So I'm thinking like, oh, hang on just a second, guys. I hate to do this to you. Hello, hello. Let me know if my audio is back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take that call. I'm happy with this already. This is already looking kind of cute, and I immediately have ideas. So let's just, you know what? Hey, why not just carry on? So, obviously we're going to need to do that to all of these. So let me just go ahead and get rid of the recoloring on payloads PNG. There we go. Get rid of that. On payloads PNG. Boom. We'll do that here as well. Sorry, this is not my normal text editor. This is just a quick, easy one. Great. So that will be ready for when we copy that over. Might as well just do it now. All right. And then before we reload that, let's go over to our assets and our dashboard. And so we've done alerts. Let's now do payloads. Open with Photoshop. Let's paste what's in our clipboard because, oh yeah, we've got the 9-inch nails. A classic. Interesting. Is it 25 by 33? Huh. We might have to start moving around some X and Y cords. I feel like that's not... Yeah, because this one is 33 by 29. You know, we're going to make our payload have kind of like larger icons. We're going to do 33 by 33. I just feel like it deserves it. Alright. Make that a little smaller. That's a nice looking box of 9-inch nails. And we'll go ahead and smash E and save that as payloads. PNG. Save, replace. Great, let's keep it going. Oh, my mic sounds distant. Hey, does that sound better? That might sound a lot better. Hello. Yeah, I had the wrong mic selected. Sorry about that, guys. That's amazing that you could tell that that indeed is what that was doing. Oh, also, I just realized I did not have the right camera selected. Yeah. Has anybody figured out that I am not a well-versed live streamer? No. No, I much prefer the in-studio. But let's do it live. What could go wrong? Okay, so now that we have our little 9-inch nails, let's go ahead and, you know what, it wouldn't be Quake without not only the 9-inch nails, but also the, whoops, 9-inch nail gun. It's gonna have to really bring that one in. That looks pretty good. If you know what that is. For many of you, you probably do not, but that's okay. We're gonna make that Piney P. What else? What else? Of course, there's the quad damage. So we'll make a quad damage guy here. Oh, come on. Control T. Bring that down. Gotta love a good little quad damage. We'll save that one out as, we'll call that Recon. All right, and we're almost done. What's the last Quake item we should use? Maybe just like a box of rockets? I wonder if I can find a good key. I do like the key. I'm not finding a good image online of the key as like a PNG. Maybe a grunt? The grunt might be a bit much. We'll see. Let's see if I can even fit a grunt on here. I might fit like just some of the grunt. Might look a little weird. Yeah. Just because I don't have a whole lot of pixels to work with here. I mean, you can kind of tell what's going on. This is going to be ridiculous. But hey, that's what you guys tuned in for. A ridiculous theme making session. We're just going to call this one Settings. Because why not? I didn't say this was going to be a good theme. I said it was going to be a theme. So, head over to Assets, Dashboard. Let's just copy all these over. We'll probably want to also do the same with the highlight and the item background, but let's just get through this first. So since I've changed assets, I will indeed come over here and restart the server. I don't know if my techno is coming through, but I got some like chill house trance happening. I feel like our pager is just getting down. Okay. Coming back to our oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. It's so cute. There was no need for this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm super thrilled by this. You know, it would probably look better if I had done some anti-aliasing on them as well, which I could totally do since they're PNGs, but oh my gosh. I'm so happy with how silly that is. I love her little grunt. He's just like, and he's looking the right direction and everything. He's like, oh, if only I could get a 9-inch nail gun and quad damage and some ammo and some health. But maybe I'll post this for someone else to pick up the torch and run with it. Because I feel like there's so much potential here for like, maybe like this would have like a wallpaper from like a different level. Maybe the submarine would be like, I don't know, another quad damage, whatever. This is just too much fun. Anyway, there we go. We did it. We have successfully covered some of the pull requests from the pager payloads up on GitHub. We have covered some of the Easter eggs, including my very favorite Kirby, RIP, less than 3. And we have now created the very first ridiculously bad looking, fun and terrible at the same time theme that is Quake 1 for the pager. And it leaves me wondering, should I just trash this or should I yeet this up on GitHub so that you can pull it down and contribute to it? You know, like that's the whole point of using GitHub for themes and ringtones and payloads is the idea that anyone can pick up the torch and like continue and contribute. I would love for somebody else who, if you feel inspired by this theme and you want to like get crafty and you know, make some nice wallpapers, Quake based for the for alerts and for payloads and things of that nature, it would be kind of cool. I'm gonna have to go to dinner though, so I can't sit here doing that. So I'm thinking maybe I just post this on GitHub. because then you guys can all enjoy it. And we'll just see. Next time I do this, we'll see if there's a pull request for some updates to it. We'll pick it up, we'll try it out, give you some creds, and see this continue to evolve. But man, what a great night with the pager, because I just discovered the very first theme published by Mayhem, the Mayhem Red theme. That was amazing. And I don't know, Ilya, maybe a weekly live stream is the way to go. We'll see. But I'm going to get this theme up on here just now. So you know the place, hack5.org /pager. You'll find all the links to the places, including the GitHub where we're hosting the themes and ringtones and payloads. I still have many more payloads to review. I have, oh gosh, how many are in yeah, there are 15 pull requests. Literally 4 minutes ago. Oh, I love that. 4 minutes ago, Mac spoofer error fix. Fix immediately crash of the payload, removing formatting errors. Look at that. Look how great that is. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. It's like, yes, let's get some payloads. Let them get them fixed. Let's stretch our, you know, our Technoless device hunter will turn your Pineapple pager into a hot cold tracker for nearby APs by watching signal strength in real time. Pick a target What? What? Oh my God, I want to try this right now. I want to try this right now. This is a user payload? Oh, it's a reconnaissance payload. Okay. Rocket God. Oh, Rocket God, your last payload was amazing. Okay, checking for ridiculous stuff. Easy, interesting, using hex dump. Check for A. Okay, you really need to use the Ducky script. There's a wait for input command for all of these reasons. But man, I really want to try this one out. Okay, I do need to go to dinner, but I mean, one more payload, right? Just one more payload, man. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Device hunter. No guarantees this is going to work. That's the whole reason. That's why I check these. Make directory. What was this called again? Device hunter. Babo Nano. Okay. Let's just run it. What could go wrong? All right, where are my payloads? See, I got rid of the words, so now I'm like, payloads must be the 9 Inch Nails. Yes, they are. And now I got cherries for some reason. That really should be like a grunt or something. All right, where was it? Reconnaissance. Device hunter. Let's do it. Really thinking. Got the yellow bar, which means CPU's going a little high. Okay, scanning. Found 20 targets. Okay. Ah, I see what this is going to do. Up and down to scroll or A to hunt. Well, let's just hunt. Hunting. Press A to stop. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So now I've honed in on just this target, and then as I walk around my house, or wherever this AP is, I'm going to see the DBM in real time go up or down as I get closer and closer to my target. That's freaking sweet. Okay. Great payload. Really should be using LED and wait for input, or what's the other one? Wait for button press. But man, it works. So I'm not going to not accept it because it's not within our style guide, as long as it's effective and isn't trashing the system. But the reason that we have, say, wait for button press or wait for input is because it allows our server to understand what's going on interactively with your payload. And so, just so you're aware, there's a rationale here. There's a reason for it. But Oh, also, yes, boot time will go down. We just discovered some amazing stuff that we can do early in the kernel to like really reduce boot time. So yes, Adventures of Ilya. Hope you're having fun on the island. It looked like a good time on your latest YouTube video, dude. But yeah, Device Hunter looks good. I am gonna just say, where was yeah, just gonna add a comment. And then where was the check for A? Oh, it's because it's non-blocking. That's why. Interesting. I understand why you're doing it this way. Well, you know what? That's feedback for us. Maybe we put together a non-blocking Ducky script to wait for A. I don't know how to... I do. I don't know how the best way to expose it is. I know a way to expose it. Anyway, that was very cool. I'm going to go ahead and accept this PR. If you guys have your pagers with that update, let me leave a comment first. Boom, boom. Okay, so if you have the, what is it called, the update payloads, right? Now, boop, boop, boop. If I come into, what is it, under general, I think it's just called update payloads. Where was it? Oh, just passed it. Now that I committed this to the repo, it's going to grab the latest payloads. I love this payload. It's such a cool meta payload. Okay, update the tail scale. No. Oh, it's going to ask me for every single one. That makes sense, though. Okay. Gonna be here for a while. Don't worry, it's only 44 payloads. Yeah, I'm really excited to hear. Ilya, go ahead and link your video and channel. I'd grab the URL, but I'm busy not updating my payloads. Yeah, it definitely needs a yes all. It's using the confirmation dialog. In the future, not too distant future, we're going to have the ability for you to, in Ducky script, pop up a dialog with like multiple lists and just choose arbitrarily anything from there. So, you know, you're not going to need to like enter a number from a alert list in the future and things of that nature. So, in the meantime, so the way I understand the reason for this. Okay, cool. So new, I got Device Hunter and Mac Spoofer. Next time I'm definitely going to make sure not to. Yeah, everybody go and check out that video from Ilya. Very cool. I use something very similar to how I've been SCPing everything on my Mac. I'm sure there's a more native way to do it on Windows box as well. I'm sure with PowerShell, SCP is native in Explorer at this point. So, in fact, Mubix would know. Mubix, is there a native SSHFS/SCP integration in Windows Explorer these days, whether through PowerShell or otherwise? Because I kind of left the Windows side around like Windows 10, and so I kind of haven't kept up, but also like Microsoft has embraced so much more with Linux and such that I would not be surprised if there wasn't like a way to, in the way that you map a network drive over SMB, I wouldn't be surprised if there's not a way to map a network drive over SSHFS. Or at least maybe like a widget or whatever it's called on PowerShell for SSHFS to do like a fuse, whatever it's called, volume. But, you know, there is a Windows SSHFS. Yeah. I need to fire up a VM and test that out. Or, oh yeah, that's right. I got ye oldie Windows boxy over here. So we'll get this guy going. And I would love to do an update for that because I know a lot of folks use Windows and, you know, it's a good OS for a lot of things. And you deserve to have a good way to interface with the files on your pager in a more easy way. Win SSH, okay, SSHFS win. Thanks so much, Mobix. I'm checking that out literally right now because there's always got to be a better way. Don't get me wrong, WinSCP is a great piece of software. PuTTY is a great piece of software. But in this day and age, I don't know, you can do so much just with PowerShell. GitHub.com/winfsp/SSHFS-win. No internet, of course. Let me just connect to this, ooh, free in-flight Wi-Fi. Oh man, I'm finding so many great Wi-Fi networks ever since I got my pager. This has been great. Oh, nice. Winget install SSHFS. Oh, dude, doing that right now, Mobix. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to throw my Windows box on my HDMI switcher. We'll be able to switch over to that over here. I mean, I know you're right. FileZilla works, all of that, but okay. SSHFS win for Windows. Ah, perfect. Winget install, perfect. Okay, PowerShell. Okay, Wingetting. Agree to the license. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. And then you just go to / SSHFS / and then it would be the user at host / what? You're kidding me. Oh my God, this is amazing. I have to find an HDMI drop. 1 second, guys. You got to see this. This is just way too cool. Oh, I found an HDMI. Give me just a sec. I love these USB-C to HDMI adapters. They make life so good. Let me just yank my ATEM around. Okay. Boom. And let's just switch to number 6. Hey, can you see my Windows box now? Because I just think this is the coolest thing. Okay. Well, I hope you can, because I just literally did one command. It's installing the package. And if this works the way that it's documented, and I can just do //, oh man, I'm so stoked if that's the case. Let me find a USB A to C so that I can plug in my pager to my... I'm assuming that's going through. Let me check the stream. Oh, no, you're not seeing that. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing my Windows box? For some reason, my stream is like far behind. So I don't know. Oh, yeah. You're seeing my Windows box. Awesome. It's just the stream manager for YouTube is like very far behind, which is totally cool. So, is that done installing? I never use this box anymore. It's only ever in when I have to develop some stuff. And let me tell you, it is so exciting to see how far that like PowerShell has come. Sweet. Thank you so much, Mib. I knew if I just asked you offhand, you would know right off the bat. Thank you. Okay. And does that look crispy in real life? Might need to up the screen brightness on this one. Let's do 50%. Yes. Yes. That is so good. Man. Oh, it's waiting on UAC. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh. The old left and enter trick. Check out my UAC bypass. Left arrow, enter. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and commit this theme as a work in progress and let everybody enjoy and continue to build with it. And, you know, I might be doing this some more. This is a lot of fun. It's cool to just hang on, chat with you guys, check out Discord, see what's going on in there. So much cool stuff. Seriously, if you haven't gotten on Discord, you need to, because you're missing good stuff like that. So, just putting that out there. All right, where did I leave off? And Trout, your pager theme is looking so good. All right, so now we have that installed. Let me go ahead and move my pager over, my cute little pager, over to my Windows box now. Boop. And let's verify with ncpa.cpl. And yes, indeed, I have Ethernet 6 details 172.16.52.174. So we are all good. And now, I can't believe all I have to do is Windows key R / SSHFS /. And in many cases, that immediately starts the request. It's going to be root at 172.16.52.1. And then it just says path. I would imagine it would be : but this is where things get a little confusing because we're talking Windows versus Linux, slashes versus... So let's see if they've got an example. But oh my god, the fact that you could use a netuse to then map a local drive, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, I see you can do a port and path. What I want to know is, do I do : /? Yeah. Okay, prefix. Okay, the SSHFS KR prefix maps to host : path. Might I need to accept these keys first? Probably. Probably want to use the netuse command, because like how else would I interactively enter the password? Yeah, okay, so the example in the command line, or I don't know, watch an animated GIF. Yeah, the / would probably just be root. Okay, cool. We'll do / and we'll hope for the best, see if this actually prompts us for a password. Don't have permission. Contact my network administrator. Well, you know what that means. All right. I bet we just do the command line driven net use. Once we've given it the password, we should be able to then use the GUI. Yeah, okay, so it's describing doing it the old-fashioned way, you know, with map and network drive, which makes a lot of sense. Let's try that. Windows key E. Where's my computer? That's how long it's been since I've used a Windows box. Where is my computer? This PC. We're going to say map and network drive. Oh, my dinner is so going to be cold, but that's okay. All right. I really want to see this work. All right. Map network drive and enter the desired. Okay. Where's map network drive again? I don't remember. Alt. Hold Alt. Oh God. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to, like, if I'm going to show this for a Windows audience, doing it in the doing it in Explorer is probably going to be the most accessible to that audience. Add network location. Yeah, where do they hide these things these days? Oh, there we go. Add network location. Thank you. Oh, this old wizard. Man. It's been a minute. Okay, cool. Now let's paste that. Let's give it a shot. Oh, sweet! Remember me? Okay. You gotta be kidding me. I know, right? VNC and Movix. Now we're gonna name this, type a name, we're gonna call it Pager. Hit next. Dude, Ilya, here's your next video, man. Open this when I hit finish. Yeah, finish. Dude, look! Oh, notice something? I gave it slash, but it is giving me root. So this is /root on the pager, which is cool. I mean, I can get my, you know, I can get my loot here. I can grab my, you know, hundreds of handshakes. So I'm happy with that. I can continue to work on my theme in my theme directory. So maybe it's not the worst that it didn't do slash as in like the actual root. Because you maybe you shouldn't be adjusting files in sys, class, etc. But man, that's great. I now have, oh, look at that. And I can see 3.44 gig of 3.5 gig free. Wait, oh, you don't use a one character password? Yeah, it gave me ~/. That's okay. I can see why. I'm sure if I dug into this more, honestly, for the desired audience for this, being in /root is probably the best. Can I explain it a bit more, please? Okay. Quickie tutorial here. I might cut this out and make this a separate thing. A quick and easy way. Here, I'm just gonna hit the record button on mine. Let me just do a quick tutorial. Plug in a SSD, hit the record button. You guys will be along for the ride, okay? Might need to cut the music so it's not copyright or whatever. But yeah, we'll just do it live. All right. 6, is it on 6? Yes. All right, here we go. And you guys are just gonna chill with me, okay? All right. Quick, see, as soon as I need to actually record something, I forget how to speak. Quick tip for my Windows, no, why am I, you don't need to know that it's a, okay. Quick tip for the Wi-Fi Pineapple pager for all my Windows users out there. Check this out. This comes courtesy of none other than Mubix. I'm hanging out on a live stream building a theme with the legend, and he mentions that there's a way that we can No, I cut to the wrong camera. Dang it. And I need to turn off. No, don't turn that off. I need to turn off my mic. Okay, great. The dinner is definitely decomposing. Okay, 3, 2. Quick tip for all my Wi-Fi Pineapple pager users that use Windows. This comes courtesy of none other than Mubix, as I'm on a live stream, and the legend himself pointed out this amazing tip for Windows, and that, quite frankly, is SSHFS Win. You can grab it at this GitHub location here. Essentially what this is going to do is allow you to have a nice integration of SSHFS in Windows Explorer, and installing it couldn't be easier. You copy this command right here, this winget, you toss that in PowerShell, you get a little UAC prompt, accept the installer, you're good to go. Once that is installed, you literally open My Computer, as it were, and you hit ... and connect to, or add a network location. From this wizard, you enter in this address here, which is //SSHFS /root at 172.16.52.1 /. You go next, you give it a name. I called it pager. You go next. You got the option to automatically open that, and I've done that here, and you'll notice that right here in my Windows Explorer, I now can open this, and would you look at that? I've got my handshakes, I got my loot, I've got my ringtones, I've got a theme that I'm working on here, and it couldn't be easier. So that tip right there is courtesy of none other than Mubix, and thank you, man, I appreciate it. Love to hear what you guys' thoughts. Leave them below. Trust your Technolist. Okay, I think that's how it's done. Did I miss anything, guys? Do I need an insert? Let's do an insert real quick. Let's just do a quick little insert on camera 2. Booyah. I'll throw this in the moment where I say that I'm working on a theme, Quake theme. There we go, looks pretty good. And did we need anything here on camera 3? No, everybody's looking good. Yeah, I think that was it. Yes, I know, I should go eat. Cool, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna cut that guy, put that video out. Okay, thanks everybody for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I'm really grateful to now have my Windows box and my pager being best friends. Thank you, Mubix. And yeah, I'm just really stoked about everything that we accomplished together. This was very cool. I have a couple more PRs that I'm going to go ahead and just like work through, and we'll do this again here real soon. Thank you everybody for joining me. This was a ton of fun. All right, one more. Yep. Oh, it's not plugged in. Oh, because I'm not connected over the Wi-Fi management interface, because I plugged it into my Windows box. Anyway, that's why. Really grateful for everybody. Thank you. Bye, everybody.